Alright guys, welcome back. Still have this inferior old headset that I'm being forced to use because my old one broke, so if I sound a little weird, that's why. Anyway, so this time I have a battle against a new challenger named Snowing, and yeah, so this is going to be a standard match. He's bringing a very interesting team, or she, I'm not entirely, well, the character's a she, I'll go with she. But no, she's bringing a pretty interesting team. I think she said she was French, so she came to my my stream looking for a fight. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use Mega Sab here, and I kind of had a request to use it back when it was UU, and it got banned almost instantly, so I didn't really have much of a chance to use it in a UU match. So I'll just use it in an OU match, since it's UUBL now. So I see that she's gonna go ahead and leave with Galvantula. I'm just gonna go for the Mega Evolution right off the bat to change my ability to Magic Bounce, and thankfully she did not actually predict that, so she stayed in, went for the Sticky Webs, and ends up setting it up on herself. So that's a pretty nice thing for me. So, in comes her Suicune now, gets stuck in the Sticky Web, and also applies pressure and all that. I decide just to go for another foul play. Unfortunately for me, that's not going to do a whole lot to the Suicune, because Suicune is, the Suicune's probably, physically bulky, and, possibly minimum, physical attack. Most people do that if, you know, they're smart, or they, you know, if they can, they lower the attack EV as much as IV as much as possible for special sweepers. So this thing's just going to go for a Calm Mind. I go into my Thundurus, and I'm just going to go ahead and click Thunderbolt, as she's just going to go ahead and protect. Yeah, the Calm Mind is going to increase special defense, obviously, but I'm still hoping my Thundurus can punch through and do some respectable damage. She's not going to go ahead and risk it. She's going to switch out and switch into her Garchomp, which is a pretty excellent switch for her, obviously, because of the ground typing. I just kind of was committed to the Thunderbolt, but I do have Hidden Power Ice. I'm just going to go for that, hoping that this guy's not like a Scarf Chomp, and she's not, so she does, you know, be able to be taken out there by Hidden Power Ice, and that is one fewer things I have to worry about. But yeah, in comes Ferrothorn, and I'm still kind of worried this guy might have some hazards as well, so I'm like, okay, let's go back into Mega Stab. If this guy tries to set up, like, Spikes or Stealth Rocks, I can bounce him back. She does end up just going for the Leech Seed, which I do bounce back, but it's not going to affect the Ferrothorn because Leech Seed does not affect Grass types. So, yeah, she's just going to go ahead and switch out into the Gardevoir. Fairy types are Sablai's only weakness, now that they are A-type at all. I just go for a Will-O-Wisp. It doesn't hit, but it doesn't really matter because, you know, maybe the residual damage would be nice against the Mega Gardevoir, but it's not even that much residual damage anymore. So, I'm just going to go to my Jirachi. She is going to go ahead and evolve her Gardevoir, so there you go. I'm anticipating a Hyper Voice, that's right, because it's Pixelate or whatever, that ability. But yeah, it ends up doing a lot, actually, to my Jirachi, my Steel type, so shows you how hard-hitting Mega Gardevoir is with that ability. I was counting on Jirachi being more or less a perfect switch for that Gardevoir, since it resists both of its stabs, but man, that did a lot of damage. So that's really not good. I just go for the Iron Head. She wisely goes back into Suicune, which resists that, takes nothing from it. I am a Scarf Jirachi, by the way. And, yeah, she's just going to go for the Scald, probably predicting my Thundurus to come back in there. And as you can see, it actually hits me below half. So my Thundurus is a pretty frail Pokemon. It can't take many more hits like that. So, actually, it probably can take maybe one. She does go for the Protect, and, yeah, it's a good move, I guess, just to see what I would do. Trying to scout maybe another move, see if I ever predict or anything. I don't know. And pretty obviously, gonna go for the Thunderbolt there. She does go out into the Ferrothorn, which I kind of figured she would, but I didn't want to really over-predict that, just because I don't have a whole lot to hit that Suicune very hard. I do have Superpower that could potentially maybe take down this Ferrothorn, but I'm kind of worried about going for it there, because I don't really want to lose Thundurus. But here, she makes a terrific play. She predicts the Mega Sab switch in and goes into Mega Gardevoir, which is really excellent for her because, yeah, this just puts me in a rough spot. I just go for the Fake Out because I have it. I don't even know why I have it. But yeah, I mean, I pretty much have to take a ton of damage on something. My Jirachi can only take maybe one more of those. I didn't want to take that damage on it, but I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to sack off Mega Sab. That means she can set up her hazards if she has it. I'm going to go out into my Weavile. I'm kind of hoping that she doesn't predict Poison Jab, but she does. So she's actually kind of outplaying me right now. So well played there, Snowing. Does not affect the Ferrothorn. I'm just going to go for the knockoff against it because it should do decent damage. Actually, it doesn't do as much as I would like. I wonder if that thing has physical defense investment. And she is indeed going to get up her Stealth Rocks now that I don't have that Magic Bounce anymore. So well played by her. Yeah, I'm just going to go for an Icicle Crash, to be honest. I'm trying to take this thing out. And she just goes out into the Galvantula, though, so that's actually not bad at all, because I'm able to get the Icicle Crash on this thing that will take it out before she's able to set up Sticky Webs on my field, so it's pretty much, she's going to have Sticky Webs on her field for the rest of the game, I'm going to have Stealth Rocks on my field for the rest of the game, and we're going to see how that affects the, both of those hazards affects the match. So Suicune comes back in, and yeah, this thing is obviously going to be really bulky and stuff. I decided just to try to knock this thing off. That's going to remove the potential for the Suicune to get some HP back with Protect. And as you can see, we see the final piece of the puzzle here. It's very interesting that she runs Toxic here on Suicune, because it had Calm Mind. So it has Calm Mind, Toxic, Protect, and Scald. So kind of like, I mean, that's kind of just a weird set. Obviously, with the Toxic stalling there, I don't really think I've seen a Toxic stalling Suicune before, especially one with a Calm Mind, because that makes water your only attacking move, which can be dangerous because certain things are immune to water. Plus, Scald can also burn, so if you really want something poisoned and you accidentally burn it, that's not good either. But she does get that free Calm Mind up. I'm just going to take as much damage here as possible on this Suicune. And just go into my Thunderous because, yeah, I have one more switch in with my Thunderous due to those rocks. I'm pretty much dead after this. She's probably going to switch in her Ferrothorn, and I decided just to keep going for Thunderbolt in case she does want to keep that Suicune in with the Calm Mind. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. I'm not going to die to one Life Orb hit, but I'll die to the next one, so... you know, I guess I'll just take out the Ferrothorn. That's not bad either. I actually just go for the Superpower. I think I could have killed it with a Thunderbolt. It doesn't really matter. I was going to die to my own Life Orb anyway, so it doesn't matter if I die to Iron Barbs, Life Orb. Doesn't matter! But down goes my Thunderous, as well as her Ferrothorn. So what's the word? A double knockout. But anyway, I'm going to go to my Salamence here. It's kind of like my late game sweeper. She goes out into the Star Raptor, which has Intimidate, so that's interesting. But I really don't know. It depends on... I think we same base speed. I don't know if she's Scarf or Bandit. I'm actually just a Dragon Dance Salamence. But she's just going to go into Gardevoir, which is bad for me because I decided just to pop off the Draconium Z or whatever. Dragonium Z, because I really wanted to nail that Star Raptor, hoping that I'd be able to live a hit from it. But she ends up just switching into her Fairy, which is bad for me. She does have... she is slower now because of the... Sticky Webs. I could have tried to maybe Earthquake it, but I don't know if that's going to be quite enough to kill the Gardevoir. So I'm like, in fact, actually, I think I did a calc. It does about 52 to 60-something% with Earthquake. I decided just to go for the Stealth Rocks, so if that Staraptor had a Focus Sash or something, you would be able to break that. It's actually doing a surprising amount of damage here with Psyshock, but I guess it just, once again, shows you how powerful Mega Gardevoir is. I could have maybe softballed here, but I don't want to, like, risk a crit or something. I decided just to go for the Moonblast, hoping that it'll put him in range of Earthquake, which I really have to hope, because at this point, I have to sweep with Salamence. It's, like, my only chance. My Clefable does go down, and I'm just going to go into my Mence, and it appears that it's in range. It's going to be close. It's going to be a close call whether this Gardevoir is in range of Earthquake, but I really have to hope it is. If I can get the Earthquake here and kill it, I also trigger my Moxie boost, and thank God I did. So now I'm just going to get +1 attack. I did waste my Z move, unfortunately, so I can't, rely on that. But in comes Suicune again, which is actually kind of interesting. She goes into Suicune here. I know that she doesn't have Ice Beam, but I know she can have, I know she can burn me with Scald, which isn't good. I think she just goes for Protect, which is interesting, and this pretty much cost her well, I went for the Outrage, actually, right off the bat. The fact that she switched out, the fact that she switched out the Star Raptor tells me that it's probably not Scarfed. So I'm like, okay. If she does outspeed me, because it is still a speed tie, I didn't get any plus speed, I didn't get a Dragon Dance off. I still have my Scarf Jirachi in the back that I can hopefully win this against this thing one-on-one. But I end up outspeeding this Staraptor, so I don't know if it was like maybe a bulky Staraptor. But either way, I had +2 attack even after that Intimidate, I think, or maybe +1. Either way, it's not going to live that from a Salamence. But very good game there, Snowing. Definitely a worthy first-time challenger. And today's question of the day, being that we are getting so close to Easter, is... what is your favorite candy? I'm pretty sure I asked this before during Easter or Halloween, but honestly, it's like the only thing I can think of. As for me, I'm not really a candy person, to be honest. I like dots, which are a type of gumdrop. Those are probably my favorite overall. I also do like gumballs, but I try to like not eat sweets like candy, but I don't know. I actually never really liked it. I never really had much of a sweet tooth. So leave a comment about that and see you guys again next time. Later.